We're back with the sophomore episode of Quick Tech Reviews. Nice to see you guys, and I have some good stuff for you today. For example, we have the Soundcore X600 portable spatial speaker. It's Bluetooth, of course. The Saramonic Blink Me B2. I'm wearing it right now, in fact, and it's a new unique take on wireless mics for on-the-go recording or content creation like this. And this tiny little thing right here is called Heated, a portable USB-C powered insect bite healer, and I'll explain more about that in a bit. We also have the brand new Skullcandy Crusher ANC 2, and last but not least, the iFi Audio Zen Air DAC, and I'll be giving one away to one of you, so if you want to win it, check out the description below for the deets. Anyways, I've also linked all these products as affiliate links down below. If any of these tickle your fancy, just check them out. Without further ado, let's do this. If you're a content creator of any kind, you know that audio makes or breaks your videos. Viewers are more likely to be turned off by bad audio than they would with bad teeth. Yes, it's true. It's been done in studies. Actually, no, it's not true. And you should never trust anything I say. Actually, if you are gonna trust anything I say, at least listen to this. If you're looking for a wireless mic set that breaks the mold of all wireless mic sets, then this $250 Saramonic Blink Me is it. Technically, it's got all the chops to make it a proper mic system. This whole video, in fact, was recorded with this thing using a few of its recording modes, so let me know down in the comments what you think of the audio quality. There is one-click noise reduction, safety track mode that records a second track at -6 dB as a backup to safeguard against like clipping or distortion in the main track. Sampling rates up to 48 kHz, 24-bit bitrate, 320 plus feet operating range between the sender and the receiver, 8 gigs internal storage as a backup, separate audio out and monitor ports. The works, guys. However, what makes the Blink Me a game changer in this segment, in my opinion, is how it bloody looks and works as a whole. I mean, just look at it. It's an all-in-one dual transmitter receiver package. They're all touchscreens with customizable physical buttons as well. Uniting all of these pieces are magnets, which is really the beauty of this Saramonic over the competition. Yes, you heard it right, it's magnets. The two transmitters attach to the receiver to charge as a charging dock via some strong magnets. Plus, they self-align, so all you have to do is get the mic module close enough and the magnets will point it right side up. Even the accessories use the same magnet system. There are 2 for hiding behind clothing, 2 lapel clips, and 1 for attaching the receiver to any camera hot shoe. Really quickly, it's just snap on, snap off. It's one of those rare cases where the idea is so crazy, it actually works. Now, are there flaws? Well, how about no external lav mic option if you need a neater or i.e. more discreet solution? Uploading files from the internal storage is also just okay. I found out from the manufacturer that it's a 3 MB per second and 4 MB per second read-write speed. That read speed is slow, guys. And I also wish there was some kind of external SD card expansion, because if the internal storage fails, you're SOL. And I also had an issue with the app causing some kind of vampiric battery drain on my phone. And granted, it's a pre-release version, but it's not a good sign when my phone is telling me that the app has been running for the past 8.5 hours straight in the background, taking up a power draw of 35% in the last 10 hours. That's kind of frightening. This next one is super dope and it blows my mind every single time. So we all hate dealing with insect bites, right? From the itching to the soreness afterwards, and applying itching cream is usually an afterthought for me. I'm so lazy that I suffer the consequences after the fact, right? And I think this is where this tiny little 4-gram device comes in. It's called Heated. I found this at CS. For $35, it plugs into your smartphone either through USB-C or Lightning. And when powered up through the app, it uses, get this, heat to zap away your body's need to scratch that itch. Yes, I thought it was voodoo hogwash at first, but my family and I have been using this for the past, 5 months now, and it bloody works as far as I can tell. Anytime we get a bite, just apply it and it's done. And the best time to test it has been in Maine in spring, where Heated has been like a miracle weapon against mosquito bites as well as horseflies. Those are horrible. Now, the science behind how it works is that by briefly heating up the bite to about 124 degrees Fahrenheit, the nerves in the skin respond by reducing the transmission of stimuli. Therefore, the need to scratch that itch disappears. Here's the cool part about how it all comes together as a product. The device itself, small and discreet, stays on your keychain or lanyard or backpack, wherever you want to put it. And then when you need it, you just insert the heated module into the phone, in this case USB-C port. It automatically launches the app, and then you just head to the app to customize the heat settings based on duration, whether you're using it with a child or an adult, and whether their skin is sensitive or not. And then it will charge up, and then you apply it to the bite. It will sting for a split second, and it's done. Easy as that. And you just rinse and repeat as many times as you like. Now, there are a couple of potential cons that I can think of. First, the clip that holds the two halves together is made of plastic, so I'm guessing since this is a high traffic use kind of thing, it's gonna break at some point and you're gonna lose the main module at some point, and you're gonna have to spend money again. Secondly, I can see this as a potential torture device. In the wrong hands, terrorists, I can see them like sticking this into your eyeball and trying to get information from you, or children using this with ants or whatever. Yeah, so PSA for you. Off of a whim, I reached out to Skullcandy one day for a pair of their brand spanking new Crusher ANC2 headphones. And yes, Skullcandy isn't usually a brand that I consider because, among other things, I'm apparently too old for their demographic. Yes, the nerve. But I read the spec sheet during their launch a couple weeks ago, and a couple of things piqued my interest. So I reached out to Skullcandy, can I have one please? They sent in the mail, I unboxed it, and guys, I haven't been able to put it down ever since. This is one of the funnest headphones I've used in a long time by far. I never expected to be laughing through so many of my favorite tracks. Let me clear the air first. This is definitely not audiophile grade, and heck, this is not even your usual mainstream headphone. The headlining feature here is bass, and I'm not sure what Skullcandy has done here. I need to break it open and dig deeper or whatever. But it feels like a couple of subs attached to your ears. It just vibrates and shakes your skull like you're at a live concert standing right in front of those giant stage monitors, you know? I mean, who doesn't want to have that in their lives at some point, right? I sure do. The other big selling point of the Crusher is it has some unique and robust control customization options. And actually, I'll dare say that it's the best I've seen in any device I've tested so far. This thing has buttons, has toggles, has dials, and every which way to customize what they all do in the app. You can, for example, quick launch your favorite Spotify playlist, or quickly dial bass from 0 all the way up to migraine mode if you want to, just to name a few. And you know, talking out loud, I think this deserves a full review. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments whether we should do one. You know, I wasn't expecting anything new from the Soundcore X600 in terms of SQ, because after all, if you haven't noticed, Soundcore has already been killing it in the portable Bluetooth outdoor speaker department, while seemingly launching a new speaker every other month, basically glutting the market. So for better or for worse, all their speakers are starting to sound almost same cookie cutter, you know? Like partly due to their brand sound and tuning and all. And in real life, I have to say that the X600 also carries over some of that sound signature. In other words, technical with decent bass, a slight dip in the upper bass and midtones, and then quickly recovering some of that weight in the high mids as well as treble. And in this small enclosure, as well as the low or relatively low 50 watts power, this thing sounds kind of deflated right out of the box. That is until you press these two buttons right here, Spatial and X Bass. OMG guys, these wake the speakers up. The timbre, the low bass extension, and the amazing spatial width effect. And not to be remiss is the build and design of this thing. There's a heft to it. It's not perfect, but my goodness guys, this thing has a high-end retro look to it, and it feels fantastic to the touch. Metal where it needs to have metal, and high-quality plastics everywhere else. For example, this top grill right here looked like it was nicked straight from a Revel or Burmeister sound system in a Mercedes. Oh my goodness, it looks fantastic. This right here is the iFi Audio Zen Air DAC, and I'm giving away one of these to you guys. The description down below has the details, check it out. This thing is a fantastic high-resolution, beginner-level digital to analog converter, aka DAC. Plus, it's also a headphone amp that you can hook up to your PC, your laptop, your phone, your console, whatever you like to. But a word of advice, if your PC or your phone already has good sound cards or built-in DAC amps, this will be kind of pointless. But otherwise, if you plug in whatever else, your headphones or your external speakers, they will take on a new lease of life with distortion-free sound that's also clean and more detailed. For the price and also the hardware in this thing produces some terrific sound. So anyways, for connectivity out back, you have a USB in, there's two single-ended RCA outs. In the front, there's a 6.3mm output, there's a converter for 3.5. There's also a large handy LED at the front that indicates what audio formats are being played, such as magenta for MQA, for blue for DSD 256, so on and so forth. For harder to drive headphones, there's the power match button right here that boosts gain levels, and also the X-Bass boost button right here, which if you don't know what it does, I think Darwin would like a word with you. Some of the negatives that I've noticed for this is like, say, a power cable that's equivalent to like a micro penis of cables. It's really short. A little signal imbalance also when the volume knob is close to or at minimum as well. And also these things, while it's really well put together, it doesn't feel very substantial. But here's the thing, it's only 99 bucks. I can't complain any more than that. You know what? If you want me to do more detailed reviews about any of the products featured today, all you have to do is ask, guys. Just say please down in the comments and I'll definitely consider it. So again, thank you so much for watching this. I know you could have been doing something else altogether, but the fact that you're here watching this, I really appreciate it. All the best in the contest, and remember to thumbs up if you like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe, visit me on Patreon, yada yada yada. Thank you so much again for being here, and remember to do something loving and kind for somebody in this world, because guess what? If you haven't seen the news, the world needs it more than ever, and it starts with you. I love you all very much. Peace out.